Happy New Year! Hey guys, it's Pelly. Can you believe it? 2021 is over. Let's celebrate the very crazy year by going over everything from the top trends to the top moments. This is the fashion of the year 2021. 2021 was all about being optimistic. After a year in quarantine, things were starting to go back to normal, with the vaccine and regulation loosen up. But just a few months into the year, we realized overcoming this pandemic wasn't going to be easy. From vaccine hesitation, variants, political controversies, natural disasters, and other tragedies, this year truly tested us. But we remained optimistic through it all. Concerts and events were happening, you could finally gather with your family and friends, and fashion was back-ish. During 2020, trends had a pause with everyone else, but for 2021, it was let loose. A thing can be trendy on one social media platform, it's now on another. A thing is new and cool for 1 minute, the next is old and tired, it's apparently chuggy. A term popularized this year on TikTok for something that is outdated. So there were many different trends for 2021, but at the same time, some of those so-called trends happened so fast that they're really not worth mentioning. But one thing for sure, people wanted to express themselves and focus on their own personal style. The rise of street-style social media accounts like Watch in New York perfectly captured this. We saw a blend of colors and prints, a mix of different decades and aesthetics, so mixed matching was a huge and very important trend that shaped the year's fashion. We continue to see trends from the 2000s like cutouts and baggy clothes, from the 70s like bell-bottoms and trench coats, and very bright and neon colors from the 80s. Lots of people became more environmentally conscious this year, resulting in more people buying secondhand and upcycling their clothes. We saw the rise of both thrifting at the local Goodwill and buying designer archive fashion. Also, from Bottega's green to Gen Z green, the color green truly dominated the year. And we can't forget to mention the rise of virtual fashion. It's still in the beginner stage, but it's something the industry is moving toward. Rings, sweater vests, platform shoes, puffer jackets were must-haves. And according to Google, indie, dark academia, and cottagecore were the top 3 Google search aesthetic for 2021. But TikTok was the #1 social media platform for fashion. It created several discussions about the industry and the future of fashion. If I had to sum up the year overall, 2021 was about embracing yourself and wearing whatever you want, while being conscious of everything happening around you. You know what I say, there's always something going on in fashion. Let's go over some moments. The year began with the inauguration of Joe Biden, who became the 46th President of the United States. The fashion from the events was a huge topic, especially when it was reported that Lady Gaga wore a bulletproof Schiaparelli dress during it. During the year, Billie Eilish had a makeover, Balenciaga had a hacker project with Gucci, and Daniel Lee leaves Bottega Veneta. Then, Pierre Moss became the first Black American fashion designer at Paris Couture Week. The groundbreaking fall-winter collection took inspiration from items invented by a Black person and was held at Villa Lawaro, once home to Madam C.J. Walker, the first self-made female millionaire in America. And for the first time ever, the Met Gala took place in fall. It happened right after a very underwhelming New York Fashion Week, and the theme was "In America, a Lexicon of Fashion." A very interesting theme, but the fashion on the gala white carpet was a letdown. There was a crazy amount of celebrities not following the theme, and if they did, they played it very safe this year. The most talked about looks were from Billie Eilish, Lil Nas X, and Kim Kardashian. Zendaya became the youngest person to win the CFDA Icon Award. Cruella, House of Gucci, and Halston premiered this year, and Adele made her comeback with 2 Vogue covers. Also, season 2 of Emily in Paris dropped, and Ferrari debuted a fashion collection. Telfar, Balenciaga, and Schiaparelli were 3 of the biggest brands of the year, and everybody was dragging Chanel for their advent calendar. The year ended with a tragedy, the death of Virgil Abloh. On Sunday, November 28th, LVMH, Louis Vuitton, and Off-White shared the devastating news that American designer Virgil Abloh had passed away after battling cancer for several years. Described as the disruptor by the business of fashion for its impact in sneakers, art, and of course fashion, he founded his label Off-White a decade ago in 2012 and found great success collaborating with brands like Nike and Converse. In 2018, Virgil became the creative director of Louis Vuitton's menswear and was appointed to the board of directors of the CFDA a year later. Virgil was one of, if not the #1 leading designer for menswear. He broke barriers and inspired a whole generation. His legacy and the impact he made will be remembered. What would the industry be without the models? It's time for the top models of 2021. According to models.com, the #1 trusted source for the industry, nepotism models like Gigi Hadid, Bella Hadid, Kendall Jenner, and Kylie Gerber are among the year's top models. The list also includes fan favorites such as Iman Hammam, Paloma Alcacer, and Sora Choi. Alton Mason, Nacho Penin, and Parker Van Noort were 3 male models that dominated the year. We also saw the return of the original supermodels, like Naomi Campbell, Kate Moss, Amber Valletta, and Kristen McCamey. The 2021 September issue of Vogue featured 8 models on the cover that's said to represent the changing of the modeling industry. The models featured on the covers were Kylie Gerber, Anok Ghai, Precious Lee, Bella Hadid, Shara Shee, Yumi Nu, Lola Leon, and Ariel Nicholson, who is actually the first openly transgender person to appear on the cover of Vogue. Who were some of your favorite for the year? Well, it's the end of the video. 2021 was a year, wasn't it? I'm so happy to have so many of y'all living that fashion life with me. I wish nothing but the best for you in 2022. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's keep living that fashion life. Bye!